One of the most destructive things that we do in relation to bad habits is when we engage in a bad habit, let's say at the beginning of the day, whether it's watching explicit content, drinking alcohol, whatever it may be, we allow that one single act to ruin the rest of the day. We effectively write off the remainder of the day. And we engage in more destructive habits, usually. And we justify it by saying, well, it's a crap day anyways, it's not my day. Or we basically write it off. And the danger with doing that is one day that you've written off can very easily become 2 days, 3 days. And then before you know it, a month. And then you add the months together. 6 months go by of just poor habits. And not just poor habits, because look, we slip up, we make mistakes. When you're trying to live a better life, you're trying to reduce the frequency of your destructive habits. It's gonna take conscious effort. And it's gonna take time for you to iron out your poor habits. But whatever you do, do not write off a whole day because of something you did in the morning. Yes, it's annoying, and yes, you should feel guilty whenever you engage in a bad habit. Yes, that guilt is a good thing, because it's your body telling you, what the hell are you doing, man? This ain't good for us. But then isolate that one incident and tell yourself, right, okay, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. But I'm not going to ruin the rest of the day. I'm going to try and have the most productive day possible now going forward. Don't latch onto that one incident and allow it to ruin your day. I see this all the time, especially when I talk to guys about, NoFap and quitting pornography, right? It's a very common mistake a lot of guys make, is they start off their day the wrong way by watching things they shouldn't be watching, by self-pleasuring to that content, wasting a lot of time. But then that's it. After that incident, they just feel so crap. They stay at home. They don't go out. Maybe they were planning to go to the gym. Now they don't. And that's the danger right there. Is you use the destructive habit as an excuse to justify why you shouldn't go out there and hit the gym and meet your friends and stuff like that. But remember, you're in charge. You can correct the error in your ways by telling yourself, this is what we're going to do. You're not a victim of your thoughts, gentlemen. You're not. Your mind, the destructive thoughts that it has, can be overpowered by productive thoughts, constructive thoughts. They can. You hear that voice telling you, you've ruined your day, man. Look at you. You're pathetic. You're this, you're that. Don't be like, okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. No, tell yourself, no. I'm a human being. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. But I'm going to finish the day strong. I'm alive. I'm above ground. I have repented for my shortcoming. And now I'm going to finish the day strong. That's the best thing to do, because then that minimizes the impact of bad habits. Now they just annoy you for about an hour. And that's it. They don't annoy you for a whole day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and then just take a complete control over your life. No. That's the thing with people that are addicted. Oftentimes, the way they see themselves further perpetuates the chaos and further causes problems in their lives. Because they're like, I'm a drinker. I'm a this and I'm a... They start giving themselves labels and they've just accepted this is who I am. No. Just because you've currently got an issue with pornography, it doesn't mean you're a terrible human being. I mean, look, there's millions of men around the world that are struggling with the same thing. It's a global issue. It's not just you. Sometimes with addictions, it can feel like you're the only fucking idiot that's dealing with this issue. But no, you're not. There are many men that are struggling with it. The good news is there are also a lot of men that have overcome these addictions and are now living much better lives. And usually one of the things that I've noticed with these men is they don't accept a weak identity of themselves. They don't give themselves labels and say, well, I'm a drinker, I'm a this. No, no, no. They isolate that one incident. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Let's keep it moving, right? And then eventually the frequency of them engaging in that bad habit starts to go down. And then a lot of them, if you ask, for example, someone who used to be an alcoholic, when was the last time you drank? A lot of them will be like, oh, I can't even remember. And that's a good place to be in, you know, where you've effectively eliminated that bad habit over time. It doesn't happen straight away. That's the thing. You got to give yourself the time to replace the bad habits with good habits. Okay? That takes time. And to change the identity you have of yourself, because right now you definitely see yourself as some sort of loser, which is not healthy. You can feel guilty, like I said, about that single act, but you do not say, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, 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 no. You're not going to do that. That's where the danger is. Okay? And so, as important as it is to not ruin the rest of your day or the following day, you know, this is also something that happens quite a lot. Someone will drink heavily at night or watch a load of pornography and self-pleasure, and the next day is ruined. They justify it by saying, oh, well, I woke up late, I'm such a loser, last night I did this. And so they write off that entire day. Instead of just being like, okay, fresh day, it's a new chance to correct my ways and to have a productive day. Instead of seeing it that way, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just... You're not going to do that. You're not going to feel sorry for yourself and get in your own way and ruin a potentially successful day for yourself. Okay? And one thing I would recommend is, if you've had a shit start to the day because you've engaged in a destructive habit, do something productive as quickly as you can. So, for example, go to the gym straight away. You know, immediately put a good act in front of that previous bad act, because then that will be your new reference point. Then that good habit will allow you to have a better overall attitude going into the rest of the day. And so the chances of you engaging in better habits increases. You start stacking better habits, stacking wins during the day. When you stack wins, even your desire to be destructive starts to go down. If you've woken up, you've gone to the gym, you've, you know, closed the deal at work, you've done a bunch of productive stuff. By the time the evening comes, you've done so many great things. Even if the devil whispers in your ear and says, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should pick up a bottle, you should open the websites. Now you're like, no, I've had a great day. I'm not going to ruin it by doing something stupid like that, right? So bear this in mind. Do not write off the day because of one single poor act. No. Your time is valuable. You can correct the error in your ways. And you can consciously make better decisions and finish the day strong. Okay? So just something to think about, gents. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.